Hello and welcome everyone to the Ultimate Racing League and the Ultimate Racing League Rivals Championship on a Tuesday night. This is the races, well, this would be the races for Lobby 2. I'll give a brief introduction into the championship and everything in my first commentary on race 1 from Lobby 1. So I won't bore you with that all over again. So please have a little look at that video, that recording. If you want to see what this is all about and some information on the season. This is Lobby 2, so after qualifying, which we ran a week ago, qualifying gave us the positions for the two lobbies, but also the teams we selected. Even numbers for Team 1 and odd numbers for Team 2, based on your finishing position in qualifying, to try and balance the teams fairly so that the battles every week are exciting, even, and competitive. So hopefully that's worked. I know race 1 and 2 from Lobby 1, which ran before Lobby 2 were quite good fun. Particularly race 2 was a little bit more close quarters. So let's see what Lobby 2 has to offer. I'll just give a run through the old grid, so we can see what liveries these guys are bringing to us. First up on pole after their own personal qualifying for their lobby, we've got Caspian. Cast, I'll probably refer to him as throughout the race. He's bringing the Coca-Cola livery to your screens there on the Evo. So being in the Evo, he will be part of Team 1. And then in second place, we have Gramad Ali in the Evo again, also with the Coca-Cola livery. Again, part of Team 1. So the Evo's looking to have done a better job than they did in Lobby 1. The Saint coming into third. He's in the WRX, so he's going to be in part of Team 2. Nice plain livery. He's got a couple of little custom Saint tweaks on there as well. And then in fourth place, we've got Ninky sporting a livery. Again, looks like that of the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, if I remember rightly. We also saw something similar in Lobby 1. And in fifth, newcomer to the league. We've not seen him in any of the races up till now, I don't believe, but over from South Africa by the looks of things. We got Nordi. I don't know if I've pronounced that right. Nordi. We'll go with Nordi. Hopefully he's not naughty on the track. Really bad dad joke there. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try and avoid that in future. But there he is with a plain livery with the go faster stripe down the middle. See how he fares during the race. He's part of Team 1 in the Evo. In sixth, we've got Taff. Taff sporting the Evo again. Guys obviously haven't put too much work into the liveries, but they've stuck to the colour schemes, which is nice to see. Excuse me. So there's Taff ready and ready going sixth. In seventh, we got Carlsberg. Now, after saying that about the liveries, Carlsberg is coming in with the AlphaTauri livery, obviously from the Formula One world. Looking impressive there. Absolutely stunning livery. I remember watching the AlphaTauris going around the track in Formula One, and it was a cracking livery back in the day. So really nice to see. Thank you for bringing that one along. And then in eighth place, we've got G. Smith. What a wild livery that is. He's got the Monster Energy, some wicked graphics on the back there. Great colour as well. Really cool with the white racing stripes on the well, it looks like white racing stripes on the bonnet, but there's some different touches there. So yeah, really cool livery. That's G. Smith in eighth. Then in ninth, we've got Wobbles, another newcomer to the league. We've not seen him in before, so it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. Plain livery, so obviously again not spent much time on the car. Newcomer, so didn't take part in qualifying. So been assigned a position, so we don't know if as he is. He's qualified in ninth. So we'll see how he gets on during the race, but he should hopefully settle in eventually come the end if he isn't already on the pace at the start. And then I can't believe somebody is actually going to make me say this during commentary, but we've got in 10th place, Short Arse. Thank you for that. So if in commentary I've got to refer to you, yes, I will refer to you as Short Arse. And I really appreciate the comic element there. That's going to be interesting as the race goes on. So there we go. That's your grid, and we'll get this race underway, see how this one pans out in Lobby 2. This is race 1, and away we go. Cars do look great coming down that straight in that camera angle. Sort of in lobby 1, race 1 and 2, that angle looks fantastic. Going down into turn 1, I did sort of touch upon the Suzuka. Other racetracks, I'm not that clued up on the names of the corners, so it will be hairpin, corner 1, corner 2, this corner, that corner. But I'll do my best to keep it interesting, keep you all informed. As we come through sector 1, really tight right left hand complex, all about flow, all about getting the turn-ins, the change of direction, throttle balance, brake balance, getting hit with brakes and stuff, the nose in, all these sorts of things. And you can lose half a second so easily, but you can also gain half a second so easily in that first sector. It's really important one to get to grips with. Oh, as we see, we've got some wide action going on at the back there. I think that might have been Taft going wide and onto the grass, and he's lost a few places there. Oh, let's see what happened there. I think we've lost one of the guys there, so let's go back a couple of clicks there. We'll go on board with G Smith, because I think that was who we saw spinning as we came down there. So did I go back or did I go forward? Oh no! So that was obviously Taft going wide there onto the gravel, and then we're coming up to the really tight left-hand hairpin. And it looks like it was that turning in. Missed who that was in the AlphaTauri. Carlsberg. It looked like Carlsberg was turned in on. I've lost where I am now after all that. So yeah, so we got Taft coming down. Taft loses it on that right hand turn. We'll just run this back again so I can actually get it right. So Taft goes wide, and then you got Carlsberg coming through in the AlphaTauri with G Smith coming up. As we come up to the tight left hand hairpin, G Smith goes to the inside, but Taft is turning in, and G Smith gets all out of shape. Thankfully, he ghosted, and Taft was able to get through, but G Smith has dropped to the back of the pack, and he's got a lot of work to do now to battle his way back up and make some headway. Let's go back out to the front, see how Cast is doing. Cast up front, team 1 battling in the EVO. Graham Ali there, second place, also in the EVO. The Saint sticking it in third. He's separating the other EVOs from the other EVOs in a minute. He's really the thorn between the roses there, as you say, as Linky goes wide on the exit there, and Naudi taking loads of speed there, and really had to tidy that up and get into that chicane. So did well to save that and keep that going. But the Saint doing well up in third place as we work down the grid. Carlsberg there in the sixth after the scuffles. Looked like a bit of a racing incident, but I'm sure if the report goes in, that'll go down to the stewards, and they'll make their call. Just from where we were sat, a little bit close, just close racing, tight battles, and one of those things that can happen in racing sometimes. Seventh, we got Wobbles, newcomer, so he's doing well. Up in 7th place, he's obviously benefited from a couple of the incidents that have already happened, but he's holding on to the back of the pack, so he's doing really, really well for his first race with the Ultimate Racing League. And it'll be interesting to see how he settles down with his lap times and whether he can make any inroads into the guys in front or just jump up forward. As it looks like Carlsberg is having to go on Ninky. Carlsberg going around the outside. Oh, he's gone deep there and he's picked a bit of the dirt and he's gone wide and he's in the gravel. So Carlsberg, all that work that he did before, he's got to do it all over again after he catches up to the back of the rest of the pack. And it looks like we've lost G. Smith again. Let's go back and see what happened to G. Smith. He looked like he was moving a little bit slow. I know he was at the back after those incidents anyway, but looked like he might have had another moment. Let's watch him come round up into the tight left-hand there, hairpin. As you can see, Carlsberg getting on, and it just looks like we just caught him around the exit of the hairpin there. So, and coming up the rear, we've got Short Harris. Unfortunately, the most apt place for him at the rear of the pack, but let's see if he can make some inroads, get settled in, get some good consistent lap times in. You never know, he might start threatening the front of the pack. But credit to him, he's new to this. Not seen him in Ultimate Racing League before, so it's going to take a little bit of time to settle in, and the more practice it gets done, the quicker you get. It does look like we've had a change of lead, so I'm not sure when that happened, but we've now got Granad Ali up in front in first, with Caston second. Both in the same team, so either way it makes no odds which way round we finish, but off they go up the track, and Saint is holding his own there in third, keeping the two guys up in front, honest, and also managing to keep the two EVOs of Nordy and Ninky at bay, but Wobbles is right on the back of Ninky there, so Wobbles looking to make some headway and really help out Team 2, get Team 2 moving in the WRX. So let's see if Wobbles can get close enough to make a move on Ninky, because he's really working towards it there. Interesting to see as we come up to these corners. It's going to be on the exits with the longest straight, so we're going to see a lot of, or most of the moves that are going to happen. It's all about getting that good exit, getting that speed up, and getting that drive down into the following corner, and perhaps sending one up the inside, as you see Taff getting all out of shape, trying to push Wobbles there. So it does look like Wobbles is dropping back a little bit from Ninky at the minute. Probably defending a little bit from Taff there, so that's going to be an interesting battle as the race unfolds. But as Wobbles goes wide, and is he going to lose the place to Taff? Yeah, he's lost the place to Taff, but Wobbles still battling away, and it's good to see a newbie mixing it with some of the guys that have been around for a little while, and he looks like he's settling in quite well to the sort of speed these guys are doing. Good lap time into the 202 for these guys. Can't argue with that, considering he is a newcomer. G. Smith trying to get his head down, obviously quite a way off the back of the pack there. You can see up in the track map in the top left corner after those incidents, but hopefully he can start bringing it back. But it's a tough ask from there to try and close that up, but you never know. And Short are just obviously the newest of the lot to join up with the Ultimate Racing League, so it will take him a bit of time to get the lap times down. He wouldn't have known what he was up against when he signed up to this, so hopefully this isn't disheartening for him and he doesn't throw in the towel. Practice, get used to the tracks, the feel, the cars, all these sorts of things. Get on, get some time in, and honestly that time will come down. So it's just good to see him still going, still plucking away, and credit to him. There's a lot of people would throw in the towel and go, no, this this ain't for me. But he's new. Keep working away, and I'm sure you'll get there and you'll be up raising some eyebrows before you know it. Let's get back up to the front of the grid where we got Muhammad Ali. Starting to try and open out the gap over Cass now. Cass holding off the Saint nicely, allowing Grummer to keep the lead there. Moving down, we've got Nordy there 4th, Ninky in 5th, and Taff in 6th. So the EVOs of Team 1 are really putting the fight there, and complete contrast to Lobby 1 where Team 2 in the WRX was running away with it, and then they also had a similar situation in race 2 that this has gone the other way, with the EVOs appearing to dominate this race at the moment. Just coming up sort of a third of the way through the race, and the EVOs only really troubled by the Saint from Team 2 there on the WRX. So in the overall team standings, this could be good. Obviously points given for their positions and obviously in the team, so it'd be interesting to see what the points look like with Team 2 doing so well and Team 1 doing so well and Lobby 2 and not so well, or it'll be Lobby 1. Carlsberg there in 7th, managed to get back up onto the back of the pack now, some really strong lap times from Carlsberg into the 201, so he's after the first 2 laps really got his head down and working on that to try and drag himself into contention with the Team 2 and get some points on the board. As we all go around the hairpin, it looks like Ninky was getting a bit out of shape there on the exit. Was it Ninky or was it Moody? I think it was Moody actually. No, it was Ninky getting a bit out of shape on the exit of the hairpin there, battling with Taff. Taff picking up a half-second time penalty. I might look a bit like they've forgotten that it's a team championship, so got a little bit of lag there by the look of it as well. Taff got around all over the place. That's not him steering, but as Carlsberg is looking to make a move around the outside there, and he does make the move. Taff is rolled off. It saved himself from that left-hander, with Carlsberg clearly having a bit more speed going down there, as Carlsberg is now right on the back of Ninky there as we go through the chicane onto the main straight, and he's going to be looking, if he can get into that slipstream, he's going to be looking at someone up the inside, I'm sure, but it's turn 1, so we'll stick with this for a minute and we'll see exactly what Carlsberg decides to do. Is he going to dive to the inside? Is Ninky's going to go defensive? Well, Carlsberg dives to the inside, but Ninky late on the brakes there as Taff gets caught out by the break-in of Carlsberg there by the look of it and goes wide. But Ninky late on the brakes and he holds him around that corner. Great defensive driving there from Ninky to maintain their place in 5th as Carlsberg, they now need to get his head back down again and get on the back of Ninky and really start pushing to try and open up another opportunity. You can see he's clearly got the pace in hand there, but as we saw in race 2, Lobby 2, it's a really tough place to try and work a pass on someone, especially if the lap times are quite close. You need quite a lot of delta over the guy in front to be able to make a move stick. But Ninky is pushed a little bit too hard and he's gone wide as Carlsberg goes up the inside into the hairpin. It looks like Carlsberg going to capitalise on that mistake from Ninky there, and he's taking position. Ninky going deep and wide and loses position to Taff as well. Really unfortunate there from Ninky after some great defensive driving. Just pushed a little bit too hard by the look of it, and he's lost a couple of places there. Unfortunately only one to his teammate, but it does look like Carlsberg has now got that break and he can get his head down and start moving up to Team 2 with the WRX and trying to see if he can put Nordy under pressure in 4th place. So we'll just have a quick flip back down to where we were. As Wobbles has made a mistake. Let's have a little look, see what happens to Wobbles there. See how he managed to wobble off the track. Sorry, another dad joke there. Another terrible joke, to be honest, but I'll throw him in every now and again, isn't he? Oh, he goes wide, he's gone wide, and then he's just got a bit keen on the throttle and caught a bad load of oversteer, and he's recovered it quite quickly. He's let G. Smith get past rather than trying to take him out. Obviously they're on the same team, so that's good to see. But Wobbles, looking at his lap times, he's got the pace there to be up in the middle of the pack here, but just trying to string it together, a bit like I said earlier about the flow of the track. If you get your racing line right, that lap time comes and it feels great, but the moment you fall off line, that is when you just lose so much time. It's all about that flow. Really tough track to really nail, but Wobbles coming victim of it there as well. So let's see if he can get his head down and start getting back onto the back of G. Smith there. But they'll be working as a team now. Short ass right at the back there. He's well off the back, but as you can see in the lap times, he's sticking at it, and he's taken a second and a half off his over a second and a half off his lap 2 time. So he's settling down. He's finding some lap time, finding some smoothness and racing lines and different things, and getting a good feel for that car. That looks like he's made a mistake on that lap. He's dropped quite a bit of time, but I'm sure he's going to start finding the pace there. You can see it already coming down. So good work there from Shortass as a newcomer. As we go back up to the front, it looks like Muhammad Ali is really stretched his legs now. Nice big gap there to Cast. Cast sitting there in second, holding off the same, not having any ideas of an attack or anything on Grumad as he ventures into just on the outskirts of the 2 minute dead lap. So really pushing there and finding that rhythm and finding that pace in the car. Cast there in second, Saint third, Nordy holding on to fourth there. Carlsberg, after the first few laps, he's got his head down and he's made some headway. He's bringing Taff along the company, as you can see, but really pushing now to try and get back onto the back and I'm sure he'll be looking to put Nordy under pressure before the end of the race, and he carries on the pace he's got. I think he's probably going to catch him, but getting past him in the circuit is a whole other thing. So we'll see how he fares across the last 6 laps of the race. And we've got Taffy 6th, racing for Team 1 in the EVO. And a few instants, but he's getting his head down. You can see that from lap 5 where he dropped all that time to lap 6 and 7, got his head down, getting that rhythm, getting that flow, and starting to get making moves into the road in front. Ninky, after his issue, appears to have really struggled the last few laps. He was doing really well, some really stellar sort of defending, late braking, but he's fallen victim there to perhaps pushing a little bit too hard to get back onto the pace. Lap 3 and 4 into the 202s, nearly the 201. So some really strong pace, but struggling across the last 3 laps. So let's see if we can get his head down and start pushing. Looks like we've got a yellow flag. Oh, yellow flag, Nordy. He was doing so well. Newcomer to the Ultimate Racing League, and he was holding his own well in his 4th. He was. It looks like Carlsberg went past him. So let's go back and see that. Looks like Nordy's gone wide there, coming out of sector 1. I think. Yeah, coming out of sector 1. Kept out of the way after making a mistake. Carlsberg's gone on the inside, got himself ahead and into the right hand race. He holds that place. And Nordy now right on the back of Carlsberg, coming out towards the hairpin and under braking there. And it looks like Tass all over the back of him as well. And Nordy's got a load of oversteer coming out of that hairpin. So easily done. The car just unloads to the rear end with the camber and everything on the exit of that corner, but he's struggling to get back going again, so he's dropping right away back down, back the pack. Really big shame for him. Look at that lap 7 time as well, into the 201s. Absolutely fantastic to see from a newcomer. And then he's obviously the consistency's there as well from those lap times. So just a shame that he's had that oversteering and that's dropped him back. So I'm sure as he gets settled with these cars over the coming weeks, we'll start seeing him up near the front end of the grid more often. If he can iron out those little mistakes, but good work up until that lap from him, and good to see. G Smith wobbles, still plucking away, 8th and 9th. Obviously, a few incidents, few mistakes, but to be expected from newcomers, etc. So, and then we got short ass after his 222 on lap 6. Just struggling a little bit there on the exit, but back into the 210s. I know it sounds really slow compared to the times the other guys are doing. He has dropped well off the pace, but in all fairness, newcomer, I don't know what his experience is like before, but you can see those lap times are gradually coming down, so top work, keep it up, keep your head up, and keep working at it. Back up to the front, Grandad Ali, well out in front in the lead. Good gap between him and Cast in second. And looking at lap 7, the fastest lap in the race, into the 2 minutes. First of these guys in 2 minutes, cracking one. But he has dropped a bit of time in lap 8, so I think if we come back before he's obviously made a mistake, I think he would have had a much bigger gap. But as it stands, Cast isn't that far behind. But more importantly, he's keeping the Saint at bay in 3rd place there. The Saint putting in some good laps, but not able to engineer a way past Cast at the moment. And Carlsberg there, Rice coming right up to support his teammate there after getting past Taff. And Nimke, who were in 5th and 6th, but unfortunately dropped well off the pace due to those mistakes. Not a very forgiving track in Suzuka as we come back round to the back of the pack here. So let's get back at the front. And there was a battle there between Cast and the Saint. That cameraman really hates that chicane. So Grandad Ali going into the chicane, and here comes Cast and the Saint coming into the chicane. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it looks like Cast overshoots it, comes back on. The Saint is right up there, really sniffing around, trying to find a way past. He's got the slipstream though, so he's gonna be in a position to have a dive either down the inside or the outside. So he straight away goes to the inside line of the Saint. And is Cast going to be able to outbrake the Saint, or is the Saint going to make a move? No, it looks like Cast has held the place later on the brakes and managed to hold the place through the corner. So unfortunately, he's been forgiven for his mistake. So he holds on the second and keeps his mistake at bay, giving Grandad Ali a much easier time of it out in front without having to worry about battling with anyone from Team 2. So we got Team 1 in 1st and 2nd, Team 2 in 3rd and 4th, and they've got a substantial gap now back to Team 1, Taff and EVO in 5th. Team 1 in 6th and 7th as well, with Team 2 in 9th and 10th. So it's looking good for Team 1s. They're all in really strong places. Looks like Cast and the Saint are still battling, but their little battle has brought Carlsberg right onto the back of the Saint. So it remains to be seen. Carlsberg clearly has the quicker lap time, so I don't know if we'll have some team orders going in over the chats to say let Carlsberg go and have a crack at Cast, see if we can get him in second, and maybe take the Saint with him. We'll see. We'll stick with these guys. This seems to be where the battle's at on the track, so we'll see if team orders come into play, or if Carlsberg can just make a move on track without team orders, and then make some inroads into Cast, or whether the Saint can get his head down and really put it to Cast on the into turn 1. Looks like he's having a look into the chicane, not quite close enough, so they all get through the chicane nice and clear. We just watched an empty track, because the cameraman really likes the empty track on the chicane. Don't know why. And as they all go down the straight in the slipstream, into turn one. It does look like the Saint is a little bit too far back to make a move this time round. So it looks like it might be another lap of maintaining positions, unless the Saint gets the call from the team to let Carlsberg go and see if he can do some inroads. As you can see there from Carlsberg's lap times, he did 2:01s there, and in that last lap being held up by this little battle at 2:02.7, so clearly losing some time, and he's clearly got the pace in there. So we'll see if any team orders are going to come into effect. You would have liked to have thought they would have happened by now if they were, so they might just be letting them race with the open pile rules or something. So we're coming up into the really tight left-hand hairpin now. Carlsberg right on the back of the Saint, holding the station, not doing anything crazy. The Saint really looking at Cass, trying to find a way by. But he's lost some ground on the exit there, and Carlsberg is all over on the back of him. If you're going to call team orders, guys, now's the time, because Carlsberg really wants to get a move on. There's every chance Carlsberg could take the Saint with him. Oh, the Saint looks like Cass broke really early and kept it tight on that line, but the Saint was caught out the pace he was travelling at there, and they're right up the back of Cass now, and looks like Carlsberg's gone to the outside, maybe. Oh no, Carlsberg now to the inside. Carlsberg is really pushing to try and get past. He's got all that pace in the bag, and these two are just holding him up. So, I mean, there's 2 laps to go after they cross the line here, and I think Carlsberg's got the pace to get past Cass with ease. But the Saint wants to get that podium, keep hold of that podium on the look of it as well. So as we come down into turn 1 and see if Carlsberg can make the move, get the move done and make that progress. Doesn't look like the Saint is going to. No, the Saint holds station on the outside, lets Carlsberg through. So that looked like a team shout. There wasn't any battling there. So Carlsberg is now free to drive the Saint along and really make some inroads in the cast. And let's see over the last 2 laps if Carlsberg can get past Cast. He's got a little bit of a gap to close back up, so if he can keep it flowing nicely through sector 1, I'm sure he'll get back up onto that. You can see from his laps on there in lap 11, lost a bag of time there in that battle, so get his head down, start putting the time to it, and we'll see where he's at. Whilst this has all been happening, it looks like Muhammad Ali is sort of chilled out a little bit, maybe dropping back to give Cast a bit of a slip after spotting the danger from Carlsberg there as a team, and maybe a team radio shout, trying to make sure that Cast has a slipstream going on the straights to stop him being in the jaws of Carlsberg there. So we'll see if that is what in fact is happening. As you can see, Carlsberg has dropped the Saint now, which is a shame that the Saint was putting out that stellar sort of performance for that podium place, but Carlsberg all over the back of Castian now, and it does look like he's going to find himself in a position to make a move, but whether it's this lap, it doesn't look like it, so it's going to be a last lap battle to see if he can. It does look like Muhammad Ali dropping back for his team and giving Cast that slipstream really helped drag Cast up the field there, so he's managed to get a bit of a gap there, and down this straight he's going to benefit from that slipstream again. So this could be, if it was a team showing really good team racing there from Muhammad Ali, really good teamwork. So maximum credit to those guys for the shouts there, because it's dragged them both out of the jaws of Carlsberg, and it does look like, unless Carlsberg can pull something crazy out of the bag, that they might have managed to secure first and second there. But the back marker here, short arse, he's gone wide to let them all by, so he's not going to get in the mix there. So really good awareness there from short arse to stop influencing this battle for first, second, third and fourth now, because anything can happen from here. So as we come round and come up to the short hairpin, we'll see if anybody is going to try and stick one down the inside as Cassidy comes up under braking. They're all in line, but Carlsberg is back right on the bumper of Cassidy here as they come out of the exit. The Saint sounded like he was battling there with the back end. You could hear the tyres chirping. So the Saints dropped back a little bit, so it's all about Carlsberg and Cassidy now. Can Cassidy stay at the slipstream with his teammate Grumman Ali as we come around that left-hander, the long sweeping left-hander onto the back straight, and see if that slipstream is going to help him. But Carlsberg's got a cracking exit there. Carlsberg right on the bumper. He's going to be right in that slipstream. I think Cassidy's dropped back too far. So is Carlsberg going to have a last-ditch attempt? He's gone for the inside. Carlsberg up the inside. Can he make it stick? No, under braking. Carlsberg is going to have to go around the outside of the chicane. But no, it looks like Carlsberg's had to roll off. Carlsberg coming up the outside. On the exit of the chicane, much better exit. Cameraman, catch up. Come on, Carlsberg. Here he comes. Oh, he's not quite made it. County Town part of Team 2. I got a bit carried away there. Cracking racing from those two guys. Absolutely brilliant battling. Carlsberg had the pace every day. Let's just go back as we watch everybody across the line. We do like to give everybody a shout out across the line, and we just see Grumman Ali come across for the win for Team 1, and that battle again. Cass getting the better of Carlsberg, and the Saint coming home in 4th. Shame he missed out on the podium with Taff in 5th. Great white racing from the Saint there. Really strong performance. Shame he couldn't hold on to the podium there. And Nordy, newcomer, did really well. Made a mistake. I think he would have been in that battle. And again with Linky as well. A little bit of a celebration across the line. Not sure what the celebration was for, but then Wobbles, G Smith and Short Ass come across. Unfortunately, Short Ass a lap down, but still fair play to him for sticking at it. And that was race 1 and everyone. So some really good battling there, and some really exciting stuff going on. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and you'll tune in for race 2, which will be coming to you shortly.